welcome back to another Pandorium Survivor video. My name's Armageddon. Today we got a pretty special treat for you guys. We're doing me spectating the 2 submitted matches for the tournament. So total there was 4 matches for the tournament that we held earlier, and each team got to submit their best match. So Virus and Kimiko here submitted this match because it was their best game. They survived the longest in this game. Ends up being quite a long and very interesting game. Very fun game to watch. So let's get into it here before I start talking too much. That's one thing I always forget to do, is like actually spectate the game. And I just sit there talking at the beginning and everyone's probably just like, come on, get the fuck on with it, you asshole. You fucking cheeky cunt. Okay, so Kimiko here spawns up at comms, which is good, and he's going to get that scanner drone put down here. Keep an eye on it from a distance, so they won't have to worry about that too much at all. Alright, so Virus is coming down here, and he's got that Hell Mode skin on, so he's going to have that extra swag going on here with the SCV, and he's having a little bit of trouble getting that turret lined up just the way he wants, but he's finding a really good position for it right there. You can keep the main computer safe with just one turret if you keep a barricade on either side. So yep, right there. So good job by him. Looks like Kimiko's running into a Hydra here. He's going to be able to clean that up, tighten it with the pistol, no problem at all. Spot the supply off to the side, boom, extra money, cash, money in the bank. So looks like containment field bot. Oh wow, he's got a nest here outside of the containment field already, so he's going to have quite a bit of difficulty dealing with this. He ran out of ammo for the pistol, so he switched over to the grenade launcher really quick just to clean those guys up. He spots this turret here. He's going to try repairing it really fast, so it's probably a good choice by him. When turrets are repaired, they draw aggro, but this nest is just not letting him get his way today. While he's repairing this, let's head over to Virus. Virus is putting down a turret at power. Good job by him. Good call getting that early turret here at power. Definitely keeps everything safe. Yeah, Kimiko is still dealing with this nest up here. It's just giving him a pain in the ass. So he passed that crate for whatever reason. I'm not quite sure. Maybe he'll get it later. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. But he does just want to try and get to containment field as quickly as possible right now, because he has been ignoring it for quite some time. And you can see the containment field's already lost 200 hit points. It's going to be a lot of supply to repair that. So looks like Virus just had a giant at power, and luckily he already had that turret up there, so that was no problem for him to clean up. He's going to run into a couple zombies here on his path back up to the main computer. It's not going to be any big deal for him though. Kimiko's getting this containment field patched up, and you can see it's already cost him pretty much 30 supplies just to fix 200 hit points on it, so you can see why it's one of those objectives you want to get to sooner than later. Not only is it dangerous, but it also just costs a ton of supply if you just leave it there forever. So there's another strategy going on right now. I'm not quite sure how it works or if it even does properly. But you can apparently hack the containment field after it breaks, and then it won't ever break again for the rest of the game, which is really nice. So Virus is going to get this upgraded turret here going on. The one he sees that Kimiko repaired, and take this crate hopefully. He sees the nest here, spots that out. I don't know why. One of them should take the crate, I feel like. You should always pretty much take a crate when you see it, even unless there's like an agent really close to you, because you know, crates respawn and the supply vials don't. So if you're gonna take one or the other, take the crate. Like, yeah, it's like, sure, maybe I'll waste 10 supplies by getting the crate instead of the vial because I have too many supplies, but the crate respawns, and it's better to just have it on that cooldown timer as quickly as possible. So always take the crate whenever possible when you see it. He's going to run into this Hydra here, and this turret is actually going to friendly fire him, and he's going to start bleeding. Looks like Kimiko lost quite a bit of hit points here. He's going to spot this med kit in the wall though and get that, and it's going to give him a little bit of extra survivability to roam around the map that much safer. So he's going to keep doing his rounds around the containment field and computer, keeping that safe. That's really his job. Pretty much just to clean up after Virus and keep everything safe as far as comms and containment field goes. So that's pretty much the way this strategy works. Looks like Virus is going to spot the combat mech here, which is really lucky for them. Up the top here, costs quite a bit of supply to repair, but in the end, it's generally overall worth it, just because the amount of zombies you can kill with it outweighs how much it costs. So. Unlike the battle tank, unfortunately, because the battle tank is just so costly, and you can't kill anything with it. It'd be so much nicer if it had like an automatic machine gun on it or something, but it does not, unfortunately. So good for them though, getting that combat mech. Kimiko is gonna spot containment field going down here, and he is going to get that hopefully patched up as quickly as possible this time. Yes, so. We did find a little bit of supply here. Looks like he's going to be good on supply for quite some time. Virus is a little low. He's got 24, so he's going to try salvaging everything he can here and get as much supply as possible. So Kimiko is going to go check power now because it doesn't have a scanner drone there, so there's no vision on possible bad guys hanging out here. So it doesn't look like there's anything going on, fortunately. Power is one of those pain-in-the-ass objectives. You really just got to keep an eye on it all the time, or at least scanner drones. So, alright, so looks like Virus is going to head back over to that mech, finish the repair on it. Looks like a couple zombies hitting up that surgery table. They were kind of pissed off. They didn't get their abortions for free like Mr. Bernie Sanders promised, and they are very angry Democrats over there. So, true story, zombies are Democrats. I bet you didn't know that. So, oh god, looks like Kimiko is going to run into a giant here. He's actually going to lose quite a bit of health. He's going to laying on him. This turret's going to come clean it up for him, though, hopefully. He's got 23 hit points and still bleeding, dropping fast. He's going to try repairing this turret, keep it alive to take down this giant. And yes, it does, luckily. He lost a lot of health, though. He's going to bleed out to what I think is probably going to be around 5 hit points, and not ideal for him. Let's head back over to Virus here. The Virus is hitting up this evacuation zone finally. Looks like they got 6 minutes until that ship comes. This is a double the speed though, so 3 minutes our time. 6 minutes, so he's going to try and clean this up as quickly as possible. So Kimiko, it looks like they pinged out a med kit for him, so that's nice. He at least knows where one is. He's going to play extra safe up this ramp though. He does not want to go anywhere near it because he is extra low on hit points and he does not want to lose this game. So, smart play by him, checking out all his options. He doesn't, eventually you just gotta go up the ramp though, check around the corner, and what do you know? It's a Hydra and a crawler. So he bought his condoms at Walmart though, and he's gonna spot that out no problem at all. And boom, look at that! Look how powerful condoms are. So good job by him. He bought triple XL Magnum because he needs it. And yep, he's gonna get that medkit no problem. And GTFO. So let's check out. Ooh, looks like Virus is going to run into a queen here at evac. There is quite a bit of egg. He's getting surrounded on all the sides here, but that upgraded combat mech's firepower is just massive. He's just mowing through this. So luckily, it looks like he's going to be able to get this cleaned up in time for evac. Queen's going to come down here. She's going to get the business. Goodness, there's no mercy. All right. So he's going to clean that up. Looks like Kimiko's fixing containment field. That popped again. So that would be 4 times, I think, this game. And that's quite a bit, actually, for a Nightmare game. Normally I only see it pop 2 or 3 times by now, but it looks like it really wanted to get out. So Monster was really pissed. He's like, hey, I looked a lot better with my Santa Claus hat, goddammit. And he wants that Santa Claus hat back and Mrs. Claus to give him some extra good milk and cookies, or hey, maybe just some medic boobies, because he doesn't like those, Everyone's telling me they like the medic boobies now, so that's good. Looks like, luckily, he's got a little bit of supply up here. Hopefully he gets that. He's actually really, really low on ammo for the heavy machine gun. Only 2 bullets left for that. He should have waited to upgrade the mech until it was low on ammo already, because it refills the ammo, but Oh well, all is well, hopefully, in the end here. Looks like Kimiko is going to try his best now to scout out the area around evac and kind of get that safe. He's going to run into a couple zombies here. It's going to be no problem at all. He's just going to shoot him through that screen door and pew pew, no problem. So I think that's something that is at least supposed to be in the game. Oh, looks like looks like there's an infested Terran actually down here, and he can't shoot through the wall luckily because he sucks. He somehow manages to hit that little screen mesh there, and he's going to play safe with the grenade launcher from distance and just clean him up no problem. That's the nice thing about grenade launchers. The distance is just insane. Just the pure range you can have on something, but it's really annoying when you run into something close range because it's very hard to for like a creeper, for instance. So there's a creeper. So the issue with the grenade launcher and pistol is it's going to be really hard to clean up a creeper. He could use grenades though. That's why I like to take grenades on scout. He's running what I do on scout, the exact everything. That's why I take grenades though, is for those situations when things are really close to you and you don't have that time or distance of the grenade launcher to swap that out. So he's going to have this Hydra here. He's going to kite that out with the pistol, and it looks like the creeper's going to start on him now. Virus is going to get out of the car, and he's going to get pregnant. GG for him, unless he can make it to surgery. He's going to try and pull around this creeper here. He's not going to be able to. He gets a swipe at him, and he's bleeding now. Looks like he's going to meet up with the Virus here now. Hopefully they can take this down together. Looks like Virus is going on a one-man mission, though. Virus is not playing safe, and there he goes. So there goes Virus. It's all up to Kimiko now for the rest of the game. He's only got one turret at evac, though, so I do not think he's going to be able to pull off a evacuation out of this game, because unfortunately, as it is right now, you have to have an engineer to get off the map. It's just, unless you have like 3 heavies, all with flamethrower, stacked in this hallway, and they trade off like shooting flamethrower, that's pretty much the only other way you're going to get out of the game. But that requires 3 players that are all like moderately high level at least, because the heavy gets the flamethrower pretty late on, so he's going to spot this Hydra and just clean it up with the grenade launcher, because he is very low on health and he does not want to take any chances here. He was sprinting through this hallway as fast as possible after running into that giant last time. He's got bad flashbacks from Vietnam here. It looks like he's going to get up to containment field and repair this, though. Good job by him recognizing that this is more important. Looks like, I did not even realize, but evacuation, looks like the comm tower went down at exactly 3 seconds left. So, kinda sucks for them. I mean, if he repairs it, the issue here is, it's only him, so if he oh god, more creepers. He's just having the best luck with creepers today. The issue with comms is, if he repairs it, he's not going to be able to get back to the evacuation zone in time to actually defend it. Even with that turret there, it's not going to be able to hold out against the early starting waves of the evacuation siege. So he's just having no luck this game. Here goes the battleship too. Hey, at least he found like a nice little hidden cache with supplies down here. So that's good for him. You may have noticed I'm in this game too. I'm not actually on their team. I'm just spectating. So that's how we ended up doing these matches, just to like basically keep legitimacy. And yeah, so like in each game there's one spectator, but that's just pretty much the way we have to do it right now because there's no spectator slot. So it's kind of like League of Legends, like Season 1. Like when they had their first tournament, I believe, like the first spectator, oh god, he's gonna come around that corner and there's gonna be a cocoon right there and he's gonna come down to 2 hit points, not bleeding though, lucky for him. Anyways, what I was saying with the League of Legends thing is like Season 1, how they did the spectator mode, I think, is they had a Teemo that would sit in base and he would just sit there stealth on the opposing team, so that nothing could hit it, and you couldn't see it in the game, but the Teemo was just the spectator. So it's actually, in the first League of Legends tournaments, they actually had 6 players technically on each team, which is kind of interesting. So kind of the same concept here that we did, you know, is like basically 6 players on each team, but for us it's 3. So like if you have a 2-man team, you have 3 people. If you have a 3-man team, you have 4 people, etc. But it's kind of a little interesting fact, you know, when things are in their infancy like this, that, you know, kind of difficult to do. But hey, God, Containment Field is just going so much this game. I hope he... There's still that zombie on the cliff. I don't think he killed it, so... Oh, God. Unfortunately, I don't know if he's going to be able to get up this cliff. I can't remember. Let's see. Oh, easy. That was really close. So he would have lost the game right there, even just getting attacked at once. They were asking me there, you can see on the screen, if you get points for surviving longer, which I was like, when I was making the criteria for grading the games, I was like, oh, there's no way you should get points for surviving longer in the first place, because, you know, you could basically just pick an engineer and sit in the corner for like 3 days or something shitty like that, and I would have to spectate the whole fucking thing. And not only that, but that takes basically no skill to do, and you can get a ton of points by surviving longer then. So, it's basically what I did is I decided, hey, I'll just do the opposite of that. People that survive quicker means that they have more, like, they can get around the map quicker, they're securing objectives better, they're keeping everything safer, they're just doing an all-around better job, and that's what that means. He's gonna hit Containment Field with a grenade on accident, that's okay. But yeah, that's basically the criteria for why I decided that time would be such a valuable thing, because in this game, really, like, you can see now that I can't remember when that timer stopped. I think it was at like 12, 14 minutes or something, but they could have finished the game theoretically at like 16 minutes in if the timer wouldn't have broke on the comm tower. So, yeah, that's pretty much why, you know, I wanted to do that, because I do believe that there is no such thing as a luckometer, as Virus says, and it's all how well you perform. Well, I mean, there is a luckometer in this game. I mean, everything is RNG based with the spawns, so sometimes you can just get totally fucked, and that's the reason why I did 2 games, because sometimes you just play a game, like, you get absolutely destroyed. Like, it's just unlucky, nothing good's happening here, so looks like he's trying to get around to the main computer here right now, or go look for a kit or something, but he's trapped from going that direction by the creepers, and the other direction has that nest that they didn't kill earlier, so that they couldn't kill either. Well, I guess he could have brought the combat mech up and killed it if he really wanted to. That was kind of a waste of time at the time, though, unfortunately. So he's trapped. He pretty much only has one direction to go right now. He can go down towards power, and then from power he has 2 directions he can go. He can go into the caves, or he can go towards the evacuation zone again, which is probably the worst idea, because the evacuation zone gets tons of spawns in it. Just all the time. It's just ridiculous. There's probably like 6 more queens in there now. 3 overlords and a nest, so it's a bad idea for him to go that way. So pretty much his only option right now is the caves to go look for medkits. So the mech is out of ammo, otherwise that would be a good idea for them to go, or for him to go back for the mech, sorry. Alright, so he's gonna play safe again, clean up these cocoons, leave the turret to clean up. You can just see the amount of damage that upgraded turret does is fantastic. It's literally just 1 barricade, just because the way barricades draw aggro, which is pretty core to how engineers play, to be honest. Like, if barricades didn't draw aggro, the engineer would honestly kind of suck total dick. And look at that! There's a medkit right there. So it doesn't look like he's going to be able to go this way, unfortunately. She's been busy with making babies with Santa Claus for quite some time, so I would not go that way if I were him. But luckily, hey, he did find that medkit over here, so he is going to get that little bit of extra survivability, and he is going to get a little more points for these kills. And he's going to have a Watcher and a Baneling coming down. This is going to ruin his day. He needs to clean that Baneling up. It's going to get to the turret, and it's going to absolutely annihilate it. He needs to get the hell back. Yeah. And that's it for that turret. He no longer has that survivability down here, so this is no longer a safe zone. Power is now anyone's game, so that kind of sucks for him. And when I say kinda, I mean it really sucks for him, because this game is really difficult without power, especially when you don't have a good close range weapon like a flamethrower or a Gatling gun or something like, or a shotgun or anything along those lines. Or even an Uzi is pretty good close range. The reason it's not as great at close range is because the Uzi doesn't really do a lot of damage. So like if you run into like a Hydralisk or something when the power's out, it'll take like, I think 7 shots with like bleed to kill a Hydralisk with an Uzi. So he finds a kit there and he's gonna get trapped. I don't know where he's going with this one. He's got a ton of guys down here. He's gonna get a nice grenade in there to clean up all those Hydralisks. He has, looks like 18 hit points here. He's coming down here. Luckily this turret at main computer is still alive. I don't know how they're gonna do this one. It looks like they're going for the antimatter ending though. He's going to try and nuke himself for the extra points here, and goodness, it's not looking good for him right now. He's going to bleed out to what should be close to almost no hit points. So 3 hit points still bleeding, 2 hit points, there it is. Okay, so he's got 2 hit points again. So he's going, yeah, and you can say it there too. So He's going to have a really tough time getting to the antimatter detonator with only 2 hit points, and that queen there, and you can see all the people that, I think there was even a Watcher down. Oh god. And there goes power, what we were talking about earlier. Anyone's game now with power. There's the lights flickering. It's really not good for him. Oh god. Oh god, there's a giant. Oh my god. Oh no 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 no. He's gonna get stuck in this corner here. Let's switch over to everyone view so you can see this a little bit better. Oh my god, okay, so it looks like the turret can't see the giant here. Maybe the placement was a little bad with the turret. That's really strange. He's gonna keep repairing this turret though, and hopefully he's gonna be able to kill this giant in time. Yes, oh my god. So yeah, the turret needs some sunglasses, or sorry, not sunglasses, needs some night vision goggles apparently, because it is very difficult. Keep in mind that even though we can see everything right now, they can't, because the lights are off and they can barely see anywhere in front of him. So it's not looking good for him. He's got all these Hydralisks and all of the babies coming up here. He did not remember his condoms this time. Or maybe he did. It's hard to tell at this point. Looks like this turret is having a difficult time figuring out where it wants to go. Oh goodness, so good for the turret. It finally figured out which direction it wanted to shoot. Maybe if that turret was down in that little gap between the 2 walls there and had a barricade on either side, it would be able to aim a little bit better, but he's using that wall to his advantage. He's kind of glitching the game a little bit to try and basically make an infinite or an invulnerable barricade with that wall. And it's working out quite nicely for him because he's here to repair it. But unfortunately, it's having difficulty shooting around this corner. So Kimiko is pretty much at this point just waiting for the antimatter. It looks like he can't do containment field either right now. That's what they're deciding. Man, this turret is just being a pain in the ass right now. So that Watcher is giving him a little bit of trouble right now too. He's going to end up wasting a lot of supply too if he can't kill it in time. So he needs to kite this out. Try and actually do some damage here for it. I don't know how that turret is hitting it, but it can't shoot there. That's so strange. So here we are, 312. Antimatter is active. Let me switch back over to their view, because now that the antimatter is active here, you can see the red lights coming on and emergency lights in the station, basically. So that's kind of what's implied. So I think the Watcher is actually right there on the cliff. So he needs to get over there and kill that guy. He's on the turret. There he goes. He's got the nade launcher. I think he misunderstood what I said when I said 2 nades and 2 shots. I meant 2, like, handheld grenades. Handheld grenades do a ton of damage for whatever reason, which is quite nice. There he goes with the hand grenade. He kind of missed it. He only got it on the outside, but hey. There he goes, finally getting the Watcher. So, hopefully he's going to be able to get this antimatter finally, and at least get a sacrifice. Oh my god, the creepers are back. He's just not getting to break this game. Oh, poor Kimiko. 2 HP. He's going to try and kite them up to the turrets. I think they get stuck on turrets right now, so I don't know how he's going to be able to do this one. It's going to be quite difficult. Oh, and a Titan. So if the Lurkers and the Watcher wasn't enough, he gets a Titan too. So this is going to be terrible. And hopefully, I don't know if he's going to be able to live this one out, to be honest with you guys. Here comes the Hydra. Yep, there's the Creeper getting stuck on the turret. Oh my god, here comes the Hydra. He's just gonna ignore the Creeper. Creeper problem solved, according to Virus. He needs to pull out that grenade launcher and start doing some damage, though, because that turret is... Oh my god, and he gets another Titan. Oh my god. Poor Kimiko. Oh, there's the Lurker coming out, the Creeper, excuse me. They got me saying it now, too. They're gonna get stuck on the computer. He's gonna run right past him, and oh my god, and a giant. And that's gonna be the end of the game for them. This is a really fun game to watch, especially towards the end. Let me just see. Looked like a giant. 2 creepers, the Titan, and the Queen and the monster. So that was a very good job by him. It was a very good attempt. It was a good game by them. That was the game they ended up submitting, and 30 minutes roughly, and it was a good game, so awesome, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm going to do the winning match. I don't think I'll be able to get it done today, unfortunately, but maybe a little bit later this weekend when I have more time. But yeah, so this is the first official match of the tournament, I guess, and it was a really fun one to watch. I really hope it's something we can do more of in the future, and hopefully more people participate once they learned that the winners made 30 bucks each. So these guys could have made 40 because it was only a team of 2, and the way the prize pool money works is it's basically just a pool of money, and the more people you have on the team, the less everyone gets. So there's kind of more incentive to play with less people, but it's also much harder with less people. So they tried to go balls to the wall with only 2 people and get 40 bucks a pop, but it did not work out for them, unfortunately. So it was a good game by them and really fun to watch. And best of luck to them next time. And if you enjoyed this video, keep watching more. I got lots of other videos and tutorial videos. We also just made a promotional video for the map itself. So those are all quite fun. I'm having a lot of fun doing these for you guys. So let me know if you have any comments, things I should do. You know, if it kind of sounds like, you know, the videos kind of suck, you know, just let me know too. So, thanks for watching.